Alright guys, welcome back to another Horsepower Speedway race day. It is going to be a huge one. We have 6 racers guys, and like I mentioned in my last video, we were going to create a gauntlet style race, but we are going to be utilizing King of the Tower. Now it's going to be a 6-spot tower. You have to work your way up to be at the top, and right now Kade is sitting at the top position in his 84 SVO, but we have 5 other racers. The first one is going to be King Nut driving a Ford GT90. The second racer is going to be Rapid Nismo in his black Honda Civic Si, which is pretty fast. We've seen it on other tracks before. We'll see how he does on Horsepower Speedway. The third driver is going to be the Mustang Hunter driving his 69 Boss 302. And then of course we have another driver in a Honda Civic as well, but it is a sky blue metallic, and it is Scott over at Low 96 HB. And the last driver is a custom black and red Impavado driven by Sami. Now the rules are very simple guys. We are going to be going driver by driver, seeing who can make it to the top and ultimately be King of the Tower. Alright guys, the scale is set at 0. We're going to go ahead and start weighing in these vehicles, and first up is Sami in his custom Impavado in black and red. Now the Impavado comes in weighing at 35 grams. So King Nut's Ford GT90 comes in weighing at 47 grams. Driven by Rapid Nismo is the black Honda Civic Si. This car comes in weighing at 39 grams, not too bad, pretty good weight. Now I know these things are pretty quick, but there's not just this Civic, there is the blue metallic Civic going up against the Tower as well, coming in at 38 grams, so it's actually 1 gram less than the black Civic. Coming in at 56 grams. Now that is 2 grams heavier than Kade's SVO, so does it have what it takes to get to the top of the tower and be King of the Tower? The black custom Impavado driven by Sami, which is the first challenger to go up against the tower to try to win that top spot against the 84 SVO. Alright guys, flag is set, track is clear. Sami is in lane 2 in the custom Impavado. Now can it take on that fast Fox driven by Kade in lane 1? Now let's see how this goes in 3, 2, 1, drop. Alright guys, the SVO is definitely pulling away from that Impavado. Now Sami has to win this one in order to go for a 3rd race. If not, he automatically loses and goes to the 2nd spot on the tower. Alright guys, Sami is sitting in spot 2 on the tower. He didn't have what it takes to take on the 84 SVO, which is pretty fast. But we do have another challenger guys. It is King Nut driving the white Ford GT90. Now this car weighs in at 47 grams, so it is a lot heavier than the Impavado, sitting at only 35 grams. So let's go ahead and get the track cleared and the flag set and get race 2 on its way. Alright guys, so being that he is the challenger, King Nut will be in lane 2, whereas Sami is taking lane 1 in the custom Impavado. Now let's see how this first race goes in 3, 2, 1, drop. Alright guys, King Nut's Ford GT90 is no joke. It is super fast, but it's also a lot heavier than the Impavado. Now let's see how race 2 goes in 3, 2, 1, drop. Oh yeah. Right guys, Sami is moving down. He's in spot 3, and now the GT90 is going up against the SVO to see if he can take that top spot. Guys, flag is set, the track is clear. We have the Ford GT90 driven by King Nut in lane 2, and Kade driving the SVO in lane 1. Now these are 2 fast cars. Now let's see which one is faster in 3, 2, 1, drop. Oh man, guys, that Ford GT90 is fast. I think Kade might get knocked down into the second spot. So let's see how race 2 goes in 3, 2, 1, drop. Oh, and he pulls away. All right, guys, the Ford GT90 driven by Kingnut is now at the top of the tower, knocking down Kade into second, and Sami is now sitting in third. But it doesn't stop there, guys. We have another challenger. This is Scott in his metallic blue Honda Civic Si, representing low 96 HB. Now, this Honda Civic only weighs 38 grams, and it's going to be going up against Sami in his custom Impavito, weighing in at 35 grams. So it's going to be 3 grams heavier than Sami. Now, let's see how this Honda Civic does on the track. All right, guys, the flag is set and the track is clear. We have Scott in lane 2 in the blue Civic Si and Sami in spot 1 driving the Impavito Custom. Now let's see if Scott can move his way up on the tower. And let's go in 3, 2, 1, drop. All right, guys, track is set, flag is clear. The Honda Civic driven by Scott is now in lane 1. Sami is in lane 2. Let's get this going in 3, 2, 1, drop. Sami is getting bumped down into 4th, and the Civic Si driven by Scott is now in spot 3, and he is calling out Kade in the SVO. All right, guys, we have Scott in lane 2 and Kade in lane 1. Can this Civic beat that SVO? We're about to see in 3, 2, 1, drop. Ooh, that was close. We might have to do a replay on that one and see. All right, guys, the flag is set and the track is clear. Scott is now in lane 1 and Kade is lane 2. That SVO won by centimeters, guys. Now let's see if the Civic has what it takes in round 2 to stay in it, or it stays in spot 3. Get this going in 3, 2, 1, drop. All right, guys, so Kade stays in his second place spot while the Civic goes back into third place, and Sami is now sitting in 4th. But we do have another challenger. It is another Honda Civic Si in black enamel driven by Rapid Nismo. Now this one weighs in at 39 grams, just 1 gram heavier than the metallic blue driven by Scott. Now he's going up against Sami over in the black Impavito to see if he can move his way up onto the tower to see if he can make it to the top. All right, guys, the track is clear and the flag is set. We have Rapid Nismo in lane 2 in the black Civic Si and Sami in lane 1 in the custom Impavito. Now let's see how fast that Civic is in 3, 2, 1, drop. All right, guys, that Honda Civic is no joke. Aaron picked a good car to bring to the track. Now Sami's sitting in lane 2. Track is clear and the flag is set. Let's go ahead and see how this second race goes in 3, 2, 1, drop. Oh yeah. All right, Sami is now sitting in 5th. Rapid's moving his way up and he's going against Scott in the blue Si. All right, guys, talk about import shootout. You have Aaron driving the black Si in lane 1 and Scott driving the blue Si in lane 2. Now let's see if this 1 gram difference between the two makes a huge difference in 3, 2, 1, drop. All right, guys, it looks like that 1 gram made a fender difference in the black Si. Now let's see, we got Scott in lane 1 and Aaron in lane 2. Let's get this one going in 3, 2, 1, drop. All right, so now Scott drops down into spot 4 and Rapid is moving his way up, going against the SVO. All right, guys, the flag is set and the track is clear. We have Rapid Nismo in the black Si in lane 2 and Kade in the SVO in lane 1. Now let's see how this one goes in 3, 2, 1, drop. And the Civic took him out. All right, guys, Rapid in the black Civic SI is about to take out Kade and knock him into the 3rd spot. Now let's see how this next race goes in 3, 2, 1, drop. All right, guys, Kade is now dropped into 3rd. Rapid's trying to move his way up and go against Kingnut. Now let's see what we got on the track. All right, guys, the track is clear and the flag is set. We have Kingnut driving the white Ford GT90 in lane 1 and Rapid Nismo driving the black Civic SI in lane 2. Now, these are two fast cars, but can the Civic take out the Ford GT90? Let's get it going in 3, 2, 1, drop. Oh, we had a track malfunction. I don't know if you guys saw that, but Rapid went off the track for a second, got his way back on, but still wasn't enough to win the end of the race. We're gonna go ahead and reset that one. Now the flag is set and the track is clear. Let's get this going in 3, 2, 1, drop. All right, guys, the GT90 is still pulling ahead of that Civic, but let's see about how it goes in round 2 in 3, 2, 1, drop. All right, guys, the current standings right here. You have Sami sitting in 5th place in his custom black Impavito, and then Scott is now in 4th place in his blue metallic Civic SI. Kade moved down into 3rd position with his 84 SVO, and then Rapid moved his way up into 2nd position. And Kingnut is sitting on top at the moment in the white Ford GT90, but it doesn't end there, guys. We have the Mustang Hunter, the last challenger of the day, in his wicked cool Boss 302, going up against the tower. First one being Sami. All right, guys, the flag is set and the track is clear. We have the Mustang Hunter in lane 2 in the Boss 302, and Sami in lane 1 in the black Impavito. Now let's see, let's get this race started in 3, 2, 1, drop. Hey guys, Mustang Hunter definitely took the first race. He is now in lane 1 and Sami is now in lane 2. The track is clear and the flag is set. Let's get this one going in 3, 2, 1, drop. All right, guys, Sami is now sitting in 6th. The Mustang Hunter is going to be going up against Scott in the SI. All right, guys, the flag is set and the track is clear. We have the Mustang Hunter in lane 2 and Scott over in lane 1 in the blue Civic SI. Now let's get this one going in 3, 2, 1, drop. All right, guys, the track is clear and the flag is set. The Mustang Hunter definitely took the first race. Now he is in lane 1 and Scott is now in lane 2. Get this one going in 3, 2, 1, drop. All right, Scott moved down into 5th position. The Mustang Hunter is now going up into 3rd. Now he's going up against Kade in the SVO. All right, guys, the flag is set and the track is clear. We have the Mustang Hunter in lane 2 challenging Kade in the SVO in lane 1. Now let's get this going in 3, 2, 1, drop. Hey guys, Mustang Hunter took the first race. He's about to climb the tower at a pretty fast pace. So now he's in lane 1. Kade is in lane 2. So let's get this one going in 3, 2, 1, drop. Oh! Kade is not giving up without a fight. The Mustang Hunter is now in lane 2 and Kade is now in lane 1. This is the battle to see if the Mustang Hunter can progress. If not, he stays in position 3 on the tower. Now let's get this one going in 3, 2, 1, drop. All right, guys, Kade is now dropped into position 4. Mustang Hunter's in 3rd, and he's going up against Rapid for 2nd place. All right, guys, the flag is set. The track is clear. You have Rapid Nismo and the SI in lane 1. The Mustang Hunter and the 302 in lane 2. Now let's see how this goes in 3, 2, 1, drop. Oh, right, Rapid Nismo took the first race. Now he is in lane 2, and the Mustang Hunter is in lane 1. Now let's get this one going in 3, 2, 1, drop. I don't know if you noticed that, but Rapid went off the track again. We're gonna go ahead and see if there's any minor adjustments that need to happen. That way he doesn't go off the track anymore. Out of all the cars, the Civic is the one going out into the crowd, whereas the Mustang is staying in the track lanes. Now let's go ahead and get this second race off to another start. And let's get this going in 3, 2, 1, drop. Alright guys, we have a King of the Tower, and it is King Nut in first place driving the Ford GT90. Sitting in second is Rapid Nismo in the Honda Civic Si. Third place goes to the Mustang Hunter driving the Boss 302. Fourth place goes to Kade in the 84 SVO. Fifth place goes to Scott driving the Honda Civic Si in metallic blue. And in sixth place you have Sami in the Custom in Pavito. Talk about awesome racing. We do have the King of the Tower in play. I definitely do appreciate you watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a huge thumbs up, and of course comment down below. I love interacting with all of you. Let me know your thoughts on the placement of each driver, and of course until next time guys, this is the Mustang Hunter. Peace.